Hello there, this is Rom Wills, and I'm coming back at you again with yet another video. This video is called Confessions of a Dog. Now, I'm about to read this was a post on a thread on a message board from about 2001, 2002, around then. And just to be clear, it wasn't written by me. It wasn't written by me. It was written by another gentleman. And it was such a powerful post that I've saved it all these years. And it was called Confessions of a Dog. And trust me. And the website it was written on, it was written on blackvoices.com. And some old heads might remember that back in the days of BV Berry and all of that. Before I think Black Voices was bought by AOL, when it was independent, it was like the place to go, and it was a hot joint. It is a hot joint, and this is before people were putting their pictures up and all of that. I mean, this was early days. People had to like log on to there on one of those like DSLs and whatnot. Like they had to have that phone line connected and everything. Totally different from nowadays. But this post, it was powerful because it really spoke to something in relationships, period. And it speaks to something, and I'm gonna get more into it in the next video. And it speaks to that whole sexual underworld, and basically how seemingly good women would cheat on a man. And basically the writer was his brother, a self-proclaimed dog. But sometimes you can read something, as the saying goes, game recognized game. And as I read this, if the original poster recognizes who I'm talking about, what I'm talking about, hit me up in either comments, or better yet, I'm gonna put a link to my contact information on there. Hit me up privately. And I want to make sure I give you credit for this. Like I said, I didn't write this, but it was powerful. And I'm not gonna do like I usually do for my own stuff, which is read it and maybe comment. I'm just gonna read this all the way through. All right. So let's get started. Hello, ladies and gents. The following revelations I'm about to share come from a week of seriously thinking and praying over my transgressions against women. I'm 6'3", dark chocolate, hair usually kept in braids. 210 pounds. I look like a dark version of Will Smith. Disclaimer. This is not a characterization of all women, but is damn sure an indictment of the ones I've messed around with. First off, I've fucked over and broken more women's hearts and expectations than I seriously care to remember. I've told every lie that has ever been printed to get some ass head phone number, etc. I've watched other single men suffer needlessly by trying to be gentlemen, good black men, upstanding citizens, etc. All of which equals boring to most women. I've learned. I've also watched as the women I was dicking fucking over these same guys by breaking up with them, ignoring their calls, etc. to get with me. No matter what a woman says, they are the most treacherous lying beings on the planet. I don't hate women. I just been around them long enough to know what lies under the pretty surface. Don't get it twisted. I don't feel bad about anything I've said or done. The way I look at it, the women I lied to were doing as much lying to me at the same time. Lies such as attempting to cloud reality with her preferences. Lies such as thinking the world starts 1 inch past the crack of her ass. Lies such as playing emotional games to get her way, etc. I've seen women lie to get money from me, from the man that had promised to marry them and take care of them. Sneakiness is bred in women, and there's nothing a man can do about it except be aware of it and use it to his advantage. There are no good women because they all have the same genetic formula for trapping a man. Lie, deflect, rationalize, turn the subject to him, lie, blame him, etc. Men, don't get too caught up in trying to get a good girl, because they are indiscriminately fucking too while telling you they want to get to know you better. I played the thug role to perfection when I had to. I've learned that most sisters love to bump their gums about how they want an independent man who can handle his business, but what most of them crave is a child to care for. A reckless, big dick, smooth talking child. Someone they can at least have financial responsibility as long as he comes back to her. I can't begin to tell you how many employed, college educated thimbleheads I've turned out while they worked out their bad boy attraction. I've slept with more faithful women than I can count. You know the type. The type that turns up her nose at the thought of a woman being dishonest with the man she lives with or dates, but got some extra dick nobody knows about. Women are the biggest hypocrites in that regard because no matter what, she will always find a way to justify to her man why she had to fuck me on the side. And those niggas, being the pussy whip clowns they are, will often fall for it. And then they're still fucking me. What I've learned over the years, men that openly respect women will never get what they want from a woman. A man has to think she has to work to get into your mind and heart. If you make it too easy for her, she'll end up calling you a friend or fucking you over without a care in the world about your feelings, bro. I've seen too many falling down that path. Never tell a woman the truth because they want to be lied to, which is why they ask so many questions instead of the direct one that is going to give them the truth. Women are the ultimate competitors. Thing is, they don't compete with each other. They compete with other women's games. You see where I'm going with this? For example, when one woman finds out you're fucking another woman, she's not mad at you. She's mad at the other woman's ability to pull you out of her bed and nest of lies. It's like they can't fathom another woman be as good a liar as they think they are. Low. Another thing. Every woman believes her view of the world is the only one you're supposed to think is important. So make sure you agree with everything she states as a preference because women love to talk about their view of the world. Don't be an asshole by trying to bring reality into the convo. Because your ass will be kicked to the curb for a more interesting, in parentheses, listening man. Do I feel about the hearts I've broken? No. Subconsciously, they knew they were getting fucked over, but they wanted to believe in the fantasy of new love and new experiences while fucking over several other men in their lives to do it. So no, what comes around goes around. And I know I should probably watch what I say, but women aren't going to change, so why should I? Women are going to call me an arrogant ass who deserves to be taken out and shot. Men may be bewildered as to why a successful dog is baring his teeth. Just call it a vulnerable moment and move the fuck on. Boom. Damn. Man, that thread got about... When that dude posted that thing, that thread got... It might have got about 800 responses. Like, no joke. I mean, women were hot. You know how women get. I mean, this dude. But the thing is, I'm going to be honest. One of the reasons I saved it because I know exactly where it is. I mean, shit, I could have written this except in a nicer version. You know? Because, like I said, look, and I'm going to be straight up. And I've said this. And people say I'm cool now, but nah, when I was younger, I was a straight up dog. That's all to it. So when I read this, I was like, oh, I can relate to that because I've been in that same situation, you know. And like I tell people, the reason I probably, like, there were several reasons why I've probably changed up now, but one of the biggest ones is just having sons, and I don't want them going down that path, you know, seriously. You know, I was there for the birth of both my sons right there because they were both born in birth centers, so it wasn't like a sterile hospital room. And, you know, that's like the biggest miracles. And, you know, you see that and you just like, you know what, I don't want this dude growing up and experiencing what I can. You know, and that's why I do what I do. I mean, I do it as much for y'all, but really more so for my sons, you know. And woe to the woman who tries to play either one of my sons. Woe to the woman, because y'all might hear some shit. So, excuse me, y'all. So one of the things, you know, there were just several takeaways from this. One is just the whole cheating women thing, and even the good girl thing. You know, I think I had a commentator, and I gotta remember which one because I get so many comments. sometimes people say the same thing. Three or four of them say the same thing. It's about, you know, maybe the women who cheat on these bad girls are ratchets, and I'm like, no, some of the worst cheaters are like these ones who look innocent. I remember years ago, right? And yeah, I know I got stories. I remember years ago I was talking with this woman, very positive, said very beautiful, very positive, like one of those sisters. Hey, kind of like a Felicia Rashad vibe to her, like sophisticated, all that stuff. I remember I was talking with her. I was just talking with her for a few minutes, right? And I said, as I was about to walk away, I said, "Oh yeah, sis, and I'm just telling you this because I love you, but you need to protect yourself because you open to cheating on your husband." And instead of getting mad at me, she's a very mature woman. She's a very mature woman. She didn't get mad at me. She we took the next hour and she told me why she would cheat on her husband. And she was very rational about it. But if you saw this woman, you was like, nah, she don't look like it. And see, that's one of the things. You get a lot of women doing, I say, just some undercover stuff. But then they'll try to justify it to their husbands or something, or their boyfriends. Even to this point, like I say, there's a growing subculture of women out there who are engaged in open relationships. And, it would seem like it's benefiting both the man and the woman, but a lot of times what it is, the women got some dude, some, you know, I hate that term beta, but, and it's not just a, black male thing, but a lot of white men caught up into this too. They get some dude, and he's the good guy there and stuff, but then the woman somehow convinces him that she needs to have sex with another man, and there's a lot of that. So, and that's just the cases where they just telling the man, but a lot of times they just do whatever they're going to do, and a lot of them are very good at not getting caught. I read an excerpt from my unpublished manuscript, being Mr. Goodbar. Shoot, I wasn't making up something with that shit. I wasn't making up anything. You'd be surprised how easily. Well, now maybe not so. Well, I don't know. Depends on a man and what his experience is. But a lot of these women will cheat easily. Hell, and the shit don't necessarily stop. I remember about a little while ago, I was at some event. Saw this woman, and I ain't gonna call her name, but had a boyfriend, and always had like a vibe between us, and talked about going out. I was like, "You have a boyfriend, don't you?" She was like, "Yeah, but that don't matter." It's like, "Oh, okay." So you get that stuff like that. Also, too, another takeaway from it is just the lies, and not just the lies just from this dog, but the lies that women tell themselves. Like, one of the favorite lies I've noticed women will tell, they know they dealing with a player. They know they dealing with a womanizing dog. No good dude who will probably stroke not just her, but her sister and 3 of her cousins. They know it. They will never, I've seen this too. So, oh my God, I've seen this. Women who know they got a man like that would never put themselves in a position to actually catch him. It's amazing. They know it. Shit, sometimes somebody even come back and tell them, but they'll put themselves in so much denial. Why? Because, well, I gotta replay his eyes for that. But they're lying, or the other lie, they just want to believe their worldview is right. So what dude he just want the pussy, so he'd be like, "Yeah, baby, you right. Yeah, you know what, baby, you God. Yeah, you know what, you the queen of the universe. Yeah, back that thing up, girl. Come on, girl, back that thing up." Until you get tired of it and stuff, and decide to like bring some reality into it and say, "Baby, you work on a minimum wage job. Stop with the bullshit." All right. And and if you look at this, like when you talk about, the dogs and stuff, and that's the thing, because this thing of dude having, there's very few men who gonna have sex with a multiple amount of women, and all of them single. Very. I'm like, shit. I want to meet you, dude. All women got some guy. Even if it's that break in case of emergency dick, all women have a man. You know, they have a man. Even if they divorce a dude, in the back of their mind, if they really, really need some dick, they'll go back to him. There's a lot of cases of that. Like women is like they'll divorce a man and then come back and tell him, later on, hey, we can just get together for sex real quick, all of that. So, these women, they doing their thing. They lying, they cheating, and the world of the dog. That's it. So when I read this, like I said, if the person who actually read this or originally wrote this recognizes his writing and recognizes it, hit me up, man. Seriously, shit. Cause trust me, trust me, I understand you. Cause like I say, when I read this, I said, shit, I could have wrote this. Like I said, I'd have been nicer about it though. I'm a little bit more diplomatic, tactful sometimes. So anyway, that's it. I wanted to share this joint. It's probably shit. You know what, y'all? Y'all really don't. Damn. Yeah, I should just if one day, and I might have to like get drunk to do this. Seriously, I don't even drink. I might have to get drunk to do this. If I said some real shit, I think I'd fuck some dudes' heads up. If I really see a lot of y'all say some things and y'all really speculate. Y'all don't know it. Y'all think it. Y'all see it from the outside. But if I said some shit I've seen, y'all be like, damn, that's some fucked up shit. Y'all wouldn't even most of y'all wouldn't even trust a woman after that shit. Hell, even a woman I would claim to love, I would only trust her 75%. Seriously. I mean, seriously, y'all. That whole thing is fucked up. Anyway, I'm gonna get more into what women are doing and stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all about next one. I'm gonna tell y'all about the sexual underworld. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.